Super Hikiyami Moriko Turbo HD Remix. Hello minasan, Hikiyami Moriko des, and welcome to another indie game. This one's called Burn the Red Eta. I'm not sure what ETA means. And it's a submission for the RPG Maker Horror Game Jam number 6, Fear the Devil. Which I'm guessing it's a game jam about fearing the devil. Fancy main menu screen. It says begin anew, options, or abandon. Don't you have a fancy name for options? What? Yeah, this is a fancy main menu, I like it. But it did say Devil's Influence, what is that? Is that like option that the developers never removed? We're gonna see that at the end, right? Let me just play it as it's supposed to be, quote unquote. Fancy music, a little bit loud, so I'm just gonna lower the volume a little bit. Begin anew, let's go. I always wanted to begin anew. I never begin anew. For the first time, it was bright. Wow, this game barely looks like an RPG Maker game. Quiet howls caress the leaves with a gentle touch. Rays of starlight grass the sky, illuminating the ground for the 7th time. 7th time? Exactly 7 times. There was no room for hair, the melody was permitting in a world of absolute calm. Right? Running their hands through the endless act of creation, a youngling murmurs a cheery tune. It seems holy. Laid below the mighty sun, a field of clovers as far as a side wheel aid in the center, white fabric rests on restless shoulders. A ritual, an act beyond worry, you might not deter such a kindled quest. Their hands touch each and every clover. That's a lot of clovers. Not a single one of them shall feel lonely. One of them, however, must have been gifted. Its early embrace is soon severed. What? Am I the clover? Fancy animations. It is here an exclamation brutally resounded. The clover with 4 leaves. One of them is slightly cut. It is that there will only be one for each field. The spark of white holding its shears. One of the type, it's really blurry with all these effects. One of the leaves is faintly tear, but that does not matter to them. To them, the price of fortune foresees greatness. As if any moment from now, a miracle will occur. Warm palms around it, and the melody turns into prayer. For this gift, his name will be praised. This one's, I don't know if there will be a way to put the text over the screen effects, because, oh my god. This one search has ended. Now the sun may set at will. Did I mention this is a game by the developer Alz that you should know by now because I played a bunch of his other games? For the first time, it was dark. Loud screeching shatters the core of all that lit. Rays of starlight grab the sky, illuminating the ground for the 7,309,6,400 time. Okay, that's a bunch of times. That didn't happen. There was no room for air. The nothingness was permitting in a desperate weeping world. Tugging at the cape with ice-cold fingers, you step with collapsing feet. Am I that YouTuber that uses a mask? I don't remember the name. The way uphill was not a difficult one, but age its endless presence known. Black leaves shook from your heavy steps. They let out a rumble as if they spoke of approaching doom. This game looks really good. Glistening soil clenched on the bottom of your boots. It was forced to try and stop you. It is a haunting sight to behold. You begged him to save those who wail, but you were only met with silence. Age must have brought you here. It can only be suffering that gave you this purpose. Purpose in blue. Sparks of fate spoke, greeting those who join the living. Is this game related to Naiko's room? Kinda feels like it. Sparks of fate spoke, greeting those who join the living. It told stories of a glorious collapse. I raised your crown to the sky. My crown? My crown that it happens to be heavy? The 7th moon. An astral object unlike the rest. As only 6 moons surrounded this planet, it must be his will that brought it upon us. At his word, a realm crumbles. Under his watch, a world suffocates. You cannot be mistaken, such ruthless being is the root of all misfortune. The moonlight clings on those who live and those who wish. It casts on you the assurance that you must. For this world to thrive again, such ruthless being, cease. Am I okay? Can it go away? You can see the pathway back no longer. Oh, I guess there's no. Okay, the footstep sound changes. I just keep going. Castle. Does not take a multitude of step forward for us to become dark, your eyes struggle to adjust. Hungry creatures reside in these paths of the woods. Their steps are silent, as such, sight becomes intimate. This crystal is somewhere on this path. You must make your way at once. With what? What if I don't? Okay, so that way is really dark. Let's see. The doorway is closed. A red light glows from one of the holes. The three red crystals have been removed as to keep the door shut. Did you find them? You may not proceed. Classic game blocking the path. So there must be 3 paths. Across your path, your sight drifts across scattered graves. You cannot be deceived. There is no living to bury the dead. Now they remain as a symbol to be bugged, a piece of contraption that keeps you from proceeding. This crystal sites captive and abandoned. You must free it at last. Right, I will. Yo, if you mess up at any point, leaving the map will reset everything. So, like, do that shit. Way to break the immersion. You cannot comprehend this otherworldly message. Okay, the immersion is back again. In place. This too must be his doing. Yeah. I wonder who he is. It's like the super god. Okay, so we have 3 grapes, which don't have any interaction. Placing one of the boxes over the corresponding hole will eliminate the obstacle. You remember that very, very well. Okay, but how do I know? I mean, I'm guessing this one goes. Wait. This one goes that way because it has like the wider. I guess that's a yes. Oh, but I think that was a no. What? I'm slightly confused. It's like small plus big, is that it? Here. Aha! Free crystal. Let's go. 2 more. Nothing else to be had in here. 2 planks barely holding up, presenting a symbol that no longer means anything. A symbol that has been dragged through the depths of hell, known only for the mockery brought by those who once wore it proudly. Now it only remains as a reminder of a kind's failure. A ringing noise in history of realm that was once so bright. You feel sick just looking at it. I know it looks kinda nice. Can I like put it back to save or it auto saves? Soon enough, your feet lay at the edge of forking paths. The wind carries a faint melody across rugged branches. For anyone willing to listen, the wandering home will guide one through winding roads. This crystal anticipates your arrival. You must follow its siren call. Is this doing what I think it's doing? Does the audio goes down or up depending? The pathway becomes unclear, no step of living inside, but just as you're reaching a clearing. What? It's up. Endless humming follows you at every step, but as you're reaching clearing. Wait, no, it's not. Left. I think I'm just imagining things, maybe. I don't know if you guys can hear. I'm gonna up the volume of the game a little bit. Is this way? How do you do that? That's really cool. Oh, I got it wrong. Okay. So it was left. Up. Look, I'm not gonna move. Yeah, I'm not imagining things. The volume goes up. Alright. One more. I just have to go through the dark path. Not exactly. Oh my god, what is that? Not exactly sure what I have to do in here. But... What was that? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. How about no? How about that? Ah, damn it! You must have been distracted, for this slow inhabitor of the forest has got you in its grip. You cannot move. Its limbs stretch with quiet creaks, covering your sight almost completely. With moonlight shining on your mask, you feel small tendrils dismantle bits of your being. Your journey has been put to an end. I have to begin from the beginning. Ah, come on! Have to start from the beginning? Bro. Oh, I done. Whew. Thank you, game. You got me for a second. And yeah, I was distracted. I was like, there's no freaking way I have to start from the beginning. That makes no sense. You know, overall, it feels pretty balanced. A gravestone laying in its own ruin. You cannot make out the name on it. Is the crystal not here? Guess not. Oh! Hey look, everyone's here! How are you guys doing? You're throwing like a surprise party or something? You know, they only killed me because I was trying to get a good look at the design of the monster. Very tendril-like. What is this? I gotta go before they catch me. Oh! Oh. You gotta go with your friends, man. They are looking for you. It better be close, those things are closing in. Oh, thank goodness. Wait, what happened? Nothing is moving, so... A deep loud creak resounded in the distance. The door has opened. I have to go back. But the monsters are coming for me, right? Where is the big group of them that were chasing me just a moment ago? How do I get out of here? I did so many turns and twists that, yeah, kinda forgot. Hello? Hello? Moonlight shatters in its countable pieces right above you. Skystorm has begun. Take shelter. What happens if I don't go in? What happens if I don't go in? I'm never gonna figure it out. I mean, I guess I die, right? But you know, I think if the moonlight is shattering, you can even take shelter in a random place. Will that even help with that? I don't know about that. Let's just go. At least there's light inside here. Death's wish to live, born from a grave on a grave of gravel, earth's embrace and wind sweeping. It gasps with a gaping mouth, digging with its figured fingers. At the song of the sky, it claims to be free. You do not give in to temptation. I do not. Do you believe in your purpose? Do you accept it as your own? The one hiding in the unseen whispering prayers for the lost. Do you believe in your desire? Do you accept it as your own? The one searching erratically with eyes that do not belong. You do not give in to temptation. But the shining of the stars blinds it, the grass of the grass cuts its skin. For the grave was but a hollow home, the only ground it may rest upon. As it roams the realm of living, death's wish withers. Incompatible. One cannot be the other. You do not give in to temptation. You have traveled from far, the steps were identical each time. You're certain the spoken words ring true in your mind. But even for the eyeless, one thing remains crystal clear. You're so afraid. Am I? Okay, now I'm afraid. Ooh, what's that? A shovel? Yeah. Is this Minecraft now? It is here. The tool of destruction, the only one whose edge can pierce. Faint reflections in the metal tell stories of its purpose, in blue again. A gaping void growing between the ground and the sky. You grab the handle as is second nature. The wood has been chipped, splinters scratching the leather of your glove. Thankfully I have gloves. You can carry it in one hand with most of your might, but the burden is extraordinary, this tool is cursed. Your grasp on its handle cannot be undone. Your hand is shaking. I cannot even pause the game anymore. The light is nearly blinding, but you need to see it no longer. Your arms stretch in the air, the cracks eruption in echo. The world beyond these walls no longer exists. Nothing remains. You know what you must do. Cease. And desist. The sight is intrusive, your eyes can only grasp a small portion of the being. Mangled tissue in alien shapes, making alien movements. The form before you is indescribable. The usefulness of the tool is put into question, but in the name of everything that exists, you will try. Am I gonna hit, like, a horror beyond my understanding with a shovel? Noise unlike any from a living being reaches you loud enough for anyone with ears to go deaf. Celestial being, bring the living upon me. How unfortunate. Fallen vessel from the dust, holding a burden higher than the sky. Isn't what they call child of the dust? Who is it, begging to be so strong? It is undeniable. Dropping your arms now will lead to your demise. But that is irrelevant as you find yourself unable to move. The pathway has only led this far, as now there is no escaping. The game became kinda loud, so I'm gonna lower the volume a little bit. Ever standing before the goal, the vessel is hesitating. It crumbles in fear as the shadow is no different than the body. The puppet show can never be if the strings are loose. Every word surrounds you in a senseless amalgamation. You are quickly losing focus. Now focus on the shovel. Fallen one. The Seven Moon has brought us here. Nothing will stop us from fulfilling our purpose. If I am to blame for the decay of this realm, cease. Only with your wavering will you stretch your arms even further. Cease. The pressure in this room threatens to shatter you. Cease. Any reminder of your senses is withering away, you cannot process anything. Cease. Your arms are shaking. Cease. You will die. Cease. But just before you get dragged below the ground, you have to... Wait, what? Is that part of the game? Is it part of the game? Yeah. I recognize a bug when I see one. You cannot fool me. You cannot fool me even for a second. It occurred unbelievably fast. Pierced tissue turned into void, consuming everything that ever existed. I hit him so hard, I made a fake bug. He is no more, and he left, grasping this realm with cold hands. And now you have reached it. State beyond that of the dead. Nothingness. To not belong in a world is to be nothing at all. But your journey cannot end here. When the Seven Moon rise again, you can begin anew, and this world might thrive again. That reminds me of the void in the Supernatural series. Like Castiel gets trapped in the void. That's a really cool part of the game. Okay, of the series. Okay, so that was Burn the Red Eta, right? I'm still not sure what Eta means. I was guessing like estimated time of arrival. Maybe that's the meaning, right? Also, the moon in this game looks like a melon pan, and I cannot unsee it now. Very nice game. Obviously short because if it's for a game jam, right? For the horror game jam, it's not too short. Honestly, it was like half an hour, solid experience. The game looks so good. The art is so good, and I'm starting to think. Let me read the itch.io page for a moment before I start talking my nonsense. You know, I love talking my nonsense. I'm gonna lower the volume of the game a little bit. The music was a little bit loud at moments for some reason, but It says, disclaimer, the browser version is scuff as hell. For the Nintendo experience, download the game. Okay. As it saw the side of Starlight freezing flesh and scatter skin, it weep and beg as it lost its only desire, death's wish to live. Burn the Red Eta is a short RPG Maker game about living when everything you knew is dead. Retrace, sounds like growing old. Retrace your steps and face the uncaring being whose voice has plunged this realm into ruin. This game was made for the RPG Maker horror game number 6 and based on the theme Fear the Devil. I guess that the devil was that thing, or was I the devil? This game features simple gameplay consisting mostly of puzzles and exploring, which is pretty nice. I did quite like the puzzles. Like, simple enough, but you know, it's a short game. You don't need like extremely complicated puzzles to bomb the game time. 2 endings. Oh, well, one of them might not be considered an ending. I guess if I die before reaching the castle. The strange, confusing lore of a certain clock game. Okay, so I was right, yeah, because this guy looks, I don't know if it's a guy, right? This character looks like an equalitier, I like to say. The same thing Naiko is, right? Because of the mask and the sort of shapelessness, but slightly human reminding form. And they mentioned that the creatures of the dust, right? Which is the childs of the dust is what Naiko calls Lucy, right? So it is like a prequel to... Is this something that happened, I'm guessing, before Naiko's Room, right? Which is quite interesting. I like when games have to do with each other, of like the same games of one developer kind of give you tidbits about the other one. It is really nice. I love it. I will have to replay this eventually and like pay attention to the small details because I do feel I miss some of them. It also says Le Devil trademark, or maybe not. I don't know. You choose. All right, so that's what it says, right? So it has to do with Naiko's Room, which allows me to plug in that you can and should play Naiko's Room. You can find the link down in the description with all the games I have played before. The same for this game, or you can watch my videos, and there must be a playlist with Alz games somewhere in the channel. I'm gonna try to put it at the end of the video, whatever. I mean, yeah, solid game. It's kind of like... It looks really good. I have to say, like, the illustrations are really good, the animations are really good, which is something I came to expect from this developer. But I don't know. I know it's a short game, but I feel like it's missing that grounding, like, thing. Like, I don't know what je ne sais quoi, whatever you say that in French. I don't know. I feel like the game just happens. You know, like you walk, you see that, oh, this thing, and then you see the end. The end is really good. It's really confusing, as it should be. But I don't know. I feel like it lacks something. Maybe because it's an RPG, like game jam game. I'm sorry. I don't know. I want to see what happens if I begin anew. Am I gonna begin from before reaching the? Or I'm gonna start from the beginning. Oh. What if I don't take the shovel, huh? Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, but... What is Devil's Influence? Wait, I'm kind of confused. Why didn't I grab the shovel inside the... Wait, there was some grapes around here, right? Can I dig them grapes? Now that I have the shovel? Wait, I want to do it again before finishing the game. I want to see if something happens. Still not sure what... No, I cannot do anything. Where did that monster come from? There was also another one in the... In the other puzzle, right? That was kind of weird. I guess the game is not intended to be played twice, or maybe I'm missing something. Like this one, right? Wait, what? Can I just skip the puzzle? Is this game intended to be played twice? Is this? I think this game is intended to be played twice. Writing on the other side. The end is approaching, our only hope lies in his resurgence. The species won't reach hell, he said. There's a place waiting for us, beyond the grass of nothingness, a realm that shines like gold. The living has begun falling, akin to soon dying of old age. Most of them look happy, it seems that the resurgence of a better place comforts them. I, for one, am not so cheery, I can help but feel uncertain. I will never dare question his word, but one cannot feel certain of the future. I want to stay close to my peers, but they fall one after another. Not long from now, I will fall too, and then I'll have to accept my fate. I hope I can see everyone again in this place of absolute prosperity. 2 more. Alright, okay. So there's more to this. Nice, nice. Thankfully, I was curious enough to try again. My face when I didn't. I feel like this happened to me before. Like I finished playing a game and the developer told me like there was more to it, and I was like, oh damn. All right. But they are allowing me to skip the puzzles now, right? Kinda. Yeah. Was that Skype like that before? A piece of paper lies on the ground. Have you encountered the unliving? A rather strange question, I'm sure. If you were to ask me that a while ago, I would thought it was a seed of strange. And yet, as the sky gets more red by the day, I witness the presence of impossible beings. Undead. The dead joining the living, walking around and almost looking just like you and I. That's a sign of apocalypse, right? I couldn't believe it myself, but their masks are cracked and missing pieces, so there's no denying. Has the dead returned to fulfill their purposes? They don't seem to walk around aimlessly at the very least. I inquired about it to him, and his response struck me as peculiar. There's a 7th moon on the horizon, that is all he will answer. I can't help but feel anxious. We all are. If there's a truly great demise awaiting, what will happen to us? If we fail as a species, we will reach hell, but if death suddenly drags us by the leg, what can we do? 1 more. All right. So my math is cracked. So am I also dead? My purpose is killing that thing. Is that the purpose of the dead ones? And how do I skip this puzzle? Oh, mystical game that helps me skip puzzles. Piece of paper lies on the ground. I hope not to admit it, but I know the truth. He spoke to me about the end. He whispered of a great demise. And once his demise reaches him, the world will be reborn in a new shape. 70 weeks have been decreed. There's only so much time before our next God Overlord, I don't know, rises. So it says 70 weeks and it's 7 moons, right? So a lot of 7s. Usually the next one is known across the people, and yet he spoke of a name I did not recognize. A wide speculation is spread through the atmosphere. Everyone tries to find the one who's chosen. But as the receiver of the message, I have got a strange feeling. The one we are looking for might not be amongst the living. Am I the chosen one, but I'm dead? Are those things coming for me? Yeah, kinda. Thankfully they are slow, right? No biggie as long as you're paying attention. Okay, here we go again. Man, I really want to die, but like, I just want to see what happens if I don't die. I really don't want to risk it. And I'm gonna have visions again? No, thank God. Fruit fall from the potion tree. You cannot blame the fruit for the potion it contains. The sun begins to set, but Beck and eyes keep blazing at the morning stars. Death's wish to live, you will understand everything. Hello, it's me. This reminds me of that part of Undertale when you see the flower thingy. I never played Undertale, but I have seen videos. The light's nearly blinding, but you need to see it no longer. Your arms stretch. In the air, they cracks erupting in an echo. The world beyond these walls no longer exists. Nothing remains. You know what you must do. Repulsing. I'm gonna hit you with a shovel again. Celestial beings bring the living upon me, soaring sideboarding in exhausted fabric. Fallen vessel from the dust standing before me once again. And with a tool of destruction nevertheless. Tool of destruction sounds much better than shovel. You know, I once dig a hole in my backyard with a tool of destruction. You stand stiffly prepared to strike, yet your body won't budge. Standing in front of your goal, a cold chill runs down your spine. A guiding voice speaks of horror, its words must tell you the truth. The listening, one is hollow, unable to reflect them. As such, the words can only reflect inwards. The guiding voice is strained with fear. Every word surrounds you in a senseless amalgamation, you are quickly losing focus. It's the same thing, more or less. Straight from the truth no longer, the vessel cannot feel fear. It does not feel at all. The one that is afraid is you. Do not give in to temptation. Pressing hands on cold shoulders, words around your ears. The wielding one does not choose when to strike. It hides behind the vessel, it whispers all its terror. Do you remember? The 21 of October? Do not give in to temptation. You are so afraid. You run away from the truth again and again and again. And when you reach it, standing before it, you cease. Do not give in to temptation. How cruel of you. How ruthless of you. The vessel that took you here can never return. Every time just before you can reach the truth, you cease. And each time you return. This realm cracks span. Do not give in to temptation. How far have you traveled with legs that do not belong? So I'm possessing someone? How many beginnings have there been? What have you seen with eyes that do not belong? Is that the number they told me at the beginning? Is that how many times I've been doing this? How many times have you seized your vessel? Do not give in to temptation. You are vile, a coward, and a deceiver. The world you want to protect is decomposing, and the one to blame was never me. Death's wish to live is gone. It is all your fault. Do not give in to temptation. Do not give in to temptation. Do not give in to temptation. Do not believe his lies. Your body is trembling. Your legs are giving out. Your grip on the tool is fading. You cannot hear a word. You cannot see a thing. You will die. You're running away, allowing nothingness to permeate. You will die. Nothingness will not restore. You will die. Nothingness will replace everything. You will. Your realm cannot be saved. The living is begging you. The howling on the wind, the rustling on the leaves. I'm the powerful warden on this realm no longer. As everything to exist, prosperity cannot be everlasting. For the living to be saved, you must do what was foretold. FR? Leave this world behind, fulfill your purpose. Cease. Yeah, I finally used the shovel. It's moving on its own. Still moving on its own. So it's like the mask possessing a dead person, bringing it to life, like use the body to use the body, just to kill that thing that was going to die anyway. A little bit confused. Am I finally going back to die? Your legs finally give out, you feel the wind gushing on your clothes, but your body does not reach the ground. The earth loses its will, cold air flowing from between the cracks, a warm grasp cradles you. With one gentle touch, your stained cape is taking off. I want you to rest comfortably. It's another one with a broken mask. This journey I have bound to you is complete, there is nothing else required of you. Our departure deeply saddens me, how cruel it is that there can only be one. You have used your body as a hollow vessel to become my reincarnation. It was selfish, cowardly of me. Perhaps it was right to think so. Have walked your steps, to have accomplished with your hands. May your being find solace in the deep rest, for this realm will be no more. For I, the 7 moons, will have to seize the world in preparation for the next. From the ants to trees to the sun to the 6 moons, the world that I grew to adore with a beauty unlike anything to exist, he told me what I must do, and my being filled with fear. And when the 7th moon rose on the red abyss, I denied myself. I ran away from my existence. I unearthed the dead to do my bidding, and standing before the only path, I seized you, and everything occurred again. But every time the 7th moon arrived, and I pushed the very day farther through your eyes, I saw everything again. It was rotting and collapsing world that begged for mercy. A hope for salvation, a miracle that will restore everything. That was only a hopeful delusion, wasn't it? I was not being trailed by such desire anymore. We must not lay it in ruins any longer. Not a being, not the living or the dead should. For the sake of everything, I cannot run anymore. Your aid was cherished, but it's time to accept my purpose, which is destroying the world to make a new one. He's gone as fate placed on me his lonely throne. I will be the warden of the new world. Everyone, everything will take a new shape. I'll display my compassion in every visible shape, and when you witness this realm, when the songs of the living plays again, I hope you will find it within you to forgive me. Rest well, my reincarnation. Let us meet again under the bright blue sky. Which is the blue sky that I'm thinking, and under my sincere promise, the world ceased. Born the Red Eta. Okay. Art, writing, and programming, Alz. Tileset, Final Boss Blues. Music, Kai Engel and Philip Whale. Hopefully it's not copyrighted. Playtesting, Avra Geroni. Thank you for playing. Thank you for making the game. That's it. That's it now, right? I'm gonna begin anew just in case. I'm not sure the game is messing with me anymore. If it begins with the with this cutscene, I feel like it's not anymore, right? So I guess that's it. Obviously, what I said before about the game not having this thing that was missing obviously doesn't apply anymore, because it was like halfway there, right? Obviously, really nice. I like games that mess with you. Like I didn't fall for a second for the glitch part of the thing, but it's nice. It's a nice addendum, right? I really like the part where you have to replay the game and things are a little bit different. It's kind of hard to grasp that you have to do it again. I feel like most people would be like, "That's it? Okay, see you later. I'm gonna miss the best part of the game." That's kind of part of the charm, I guess. But yeah, much better game now that I actually played the part of the game. Nice that you can more or less skip the puzzles again. Not that they were difficult to begin with, but it's like a much smooth replaying to do, right? I feel like when games make you replay the same thing over and over again, doesn't matter if it's easy to do, like you rather skip it, right? To move forward with the new things. So good job on that. And yeah, now I think it's a much better game. Yeah. I was kinda not exactly disappointed when I quote unquote finished the game the first time. And I was like, that's it. It kind of feels like it was lacking something, but yeah, it got what it was lacking, so it never lacked it in the first place. Solid experience. Again, I think I will have to replay this a couple of times to get my Nikos room lore uh, complete, because there's a bunch of things here that tie to the other game. So if you watch this video and you don't understand a bunch of things, you should watch those other videos or play the games. That's even better. As I mentioned before, the links will be down in the description. So yeah, really good game jam game. I think it's nice. I love when developers make little notes or big notes to like other games they have, which is really, it's like a small universe of the developer, right? It's really cool. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you, developer, for making the game. And I will see you guys in the next indie game stream or whatever I decide to do with this channel. I'll see you later.